Welcome back to Talk That Talk with Meesh and Jay. I'm Meesh. To the left of me is my bro Jay. And guess what, y'all? We observing MLK Day today. It is a good Monday. It was Martin Luther King's birthday yesterday. So we had the day off.
Yeah, definitely.
So we over here getting it in for the love, getting the podcast in. Most people's jobs, for those of you who unfortunately had to work today, I do apologize. I'm sorry. But for us black folk who desire to sit home, relax, and observe,
yeah,
we do that.
I definitely needed to observe.
Yeah.
And Martin Luther King, I call him Martin Luther the King.
The King.
You know what I mean? It's not all about the day off and stuff like that, but he did a lot to try to bring people together.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So it's a shame that we had to get it off the strength of assassination.
Yeah. Of course, right. There you go.
In '68, I believe. But he fought for us.
He did.
I mean, nonviolent.
Nonviolent. Yeah, he was nonviolent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
he wanted to be sure that we weren't looking ignorant, because how they feel about it.
Exactly. The whole Jim Crow laws and But hey, he did what he had to do.
Yes, he did.
And he stood up for the black race and really all races.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Trying to bring us together. And we still got people out here that's acting like they ain't got no sense.
No.
And they forgot. You know what I mean? But
all that we've fought for.
Yeah, or he fought for. You know what I mean? So I have a dream speech. Everybody know about that. You know, the Lincoln Memorial.
Yeah.
A lot of people go to Lincoln Memorial every day, but they forget Martin Luther King was up there giving that speech for these people to be able to go up them steps to see Lincoln.
That's right.
Even though Lincoln, he helped, end slavery.
Yeah.
Which was cool. But it's all about those steps that Mr. King
took. To get us to where we are today.
Right.
And I don't want you guys to forget, we just jumped into that because we definitely wanted to acknowledge Martin Luther King, and shout out to his wife Coretta Scott, because you already know behind every great man is a great woman.
Yeah.
But everybody who is in, you know what I'm saying, if you checking us out for the first time, please like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Please. But no, just do that, and we're good, because it allows us to get out there. We talk about some real topics, and we have a real interesting one today.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but before we jump into that, bro, how was your weekend?
Oh, my weekend was straight, man. I tried to relax. I bowled on Friday, so I kind of, I'm getting older.
Yeah.
So, I strained my thigh, did what I could for my team. You know what I mean?
Stranger.
Yeah, it still hurt a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm glad we don't bowl today, because I bowl on Mondays too.
Okay.
So I'm able to rest. It's my mechanics. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I have to work on that. If I did better, I wouldn't have to go through these issues. You know what I mean? But other than that, I just wanted to relax. Did a few things with the fellas on Saturday evening. Other than that, on Sunday, I ain't do nothing. You know what I mean? I watched the playoff games.
Yeah.
Which was really good. My man Mo came home, watched the games, and ate and kicked back, and now Martin Luther King Observed Day, and I'm just chilling before I have to go back to work tomorrow.
There we go.
You know what I mean?
There we go. That's good. That sounds like a good, productive weekend at that. Mine was definitely productive. I definitely had a lot going on, but I think the highlight of my weekend was my best friend's party. Her wife, KB, had threw her a TikTok pajama jam, and it was lit. Shout out to KB. Shout out to Amber. Yeah.
What the hell is a TikTok
So it was
pajama jam?
So it was I added the jam on it, because that's just how I feel.
I mean, I seen a couple joints on it.
Everybody came in pajamas. Well, I wouldn't say everybody. It's a couple folk who wouldn't, but you come in pajamas, and we enjoyed ourselves. We listened to music, we ate good. Well, because my best friend is on TikTok, and she does a lot of TikTok videos and stuff like that. So I guess this is what she's really into these days.
Okay.
It was her choice. It was definitely fun. But their parties are always lit. I'm just gonna tell y'all. Shouts out to Amber and KB. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Amber. Okay,
yeah, my best friend Amber.
Yeah,
we known each other for forever, like since she was 7 and I was 8. So yeah, long time. But yeah, outside of that, of course, I mean, on a darker note, you know, I a while ago, not too long ago, like maybe a week ago, one of my really good friends, Gene, had passed away. So I've been being involved with his funeral and things like that. So that's another thing. But I don't want to go into all that. Condolences. Thank you. And rest in peace to Gene. But outside of that, the topic that we have for today is in regards to the 80th Golden Globe Awards that aired. What day did it air, bro? Last week?
Yeah, sometime last week. Yeah.
And the host, Jerrod Carmichael, had created a bit of a stir with his monologue, his opening monologue. And mind you, just to give you guys a little bit of history in regards to the 80th Golden Globes, they didn't air last year because they were being boycotted, okay, for lack of diversity and unethical practices. So Jerrod Carmichael's monologue started out exactly kind of like this. I'll tell you guys why I'm here. And it's because I'm black. Yeah. And an audience full of why he tastes. What? Okay? Disclaimer.
Hold on. It was a few more blacks this year, though.
It was. No. But see, that was the point of the monologue, is that they had to shut down for a year to work on their racism.
Right.
Okay? To work on that, right?
Yeah, their practices.
So it created quite a stir. You know, it was a lot of awkward chuckles and in the crowd.
And some tight faces.
Tight faces, you know.
I sure was looking.
Yeah. Because he had mentioned how they hadn't had a single black, I don't think they've ever, in the whole 80 years of the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, who they're the ones who are behind the Golden Globes, they haven't had one single African American member. Not one.
That's terrible.
Okay, so when after George Floyd died or was unalived, this is when they decided to have some more members who of our ethnicity. Because mind you, I think I did see that they might have had an Asian or two here and there. So it wasn't just all white people. It was other races, but just black people weren't involved.
Right.
Okay. Now, for those who aren't familiar with the HFPA, that's the acronym. The Hollywood Foreign Press Association is a non-profit organization of journalists and photographers who report on the American entertainment industry for predominantly foreign media markets. So, there are plenty black journalists and photographers.
Oh yeah, definitely plenty.
My bro is a photographer himself. You see what I'm saying? So what do you think that's about?
Hey, straightforward. I mean, they just didn't want no blacks there. I mean, it's
good old boys club.
It's the good old boys club. It's been that way forever. They wasn't going to change it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's just the way it was.
Yeah.
I mean, tell somebody, hey, let them know.
Right. Now, this conversation got started because Netflix and Amazon definitely took part in their boycotting.
Yeah.
And you know, Netflix and Amazon are huge
big power empires.
And they wasn't having it.
Yeah.
Another person who wasn't having it, Tom Cruise. I'm sorry, y'all. Tom Cruise, he returned 3 of his Golden Globes.
I saw that, though. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? He don't need them anyway.
He got plenty of them. Yeah. Oh, please.
But he letting them know. That's why I like Tom.
Yeah.
But you gotta let them know. You gotta speak up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though you're not black, you speak up and say, hey, y'all not right. Guess what? I don't want these. Here.
There you go.
Take it back.
Standing up for us regardless. You don't have to be an African American in order to fight for the right.
Right.
You know, that's how change gets made. That's how change gets created.
Right.
In this situation. But Jerrod Carmichael, a lot of people had an issue with his delivery. People did not feel he was funny. in his open monologue.
I didn't even know who he was.
Yeah, I didn't either. I really wasn't familiar with him, but he's a comedian. He has a few movies, and he also had it was on HBO. It was a stand-up special where it's called Rothaniel, and he did monologue there. So I feel like he does monologues really.
Right.
He speaks with more dark humor and sarcasm and things of that nature.
Yeah.
But a lot of people wasn't feeling it, especially because he was talking about race.
Right.
So it was quite a.
And it's always uneasy when you start talking about race.
Absolutely.
And it just depends on the character of the people that's listening to it.
Yep.
Because some people can handle it, some people understand, then they got a lot that don't understand and don't care for it at all. Period.
Mm-hmm. Because there was a question of why did he had to bring it up at all. But my thing is that was a big thing. They literally, the Golden Globes did not air it.
First of all, wait a minute. Did it not surprise them that that black man was going to be up there and not speak on it? That shouldn't have surprised them.
Wow.
First of all, there was only one other black host.
That's right.
And he was co-hosting it, you know what I mean?
He wasn't even.
Luke
Gossett Jr.
Luke Gossett Jr.
Yep.
Back in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Or was it 93, I believe. Mm-hmm. But they didn't, come on, y'all didn't have it last year, and then all of a sudden they pop up with a black host, and you didn't think this guy wasn't going to come up there and bring it up?
Yeah. But see.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You played yourself. Right, there you go. There you go. No, and I feel like he addressed the elephant in the room, in which a lot of people, to be fair, should have expected.
Damn right.
They should have expected.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. They didn't air last year. There was a reason for that.
Right.
You know, so at the end of the day, and they addressed that, and they actually did get 5 new, maybe 6, I'm not sure, but 5 new African American members because they were forced to address their unethical practices and lack of diversity. Mm-hmm. So good for them, you know. But also a topic that he brought up during his monologue was how he felt that they only hired him because he was African American, and that therefore they also had no intentions of changing either when he took the job. So he felt morally like pressed, like he really felt like maybe taking that job was a moral issue for him. Like, what do you think? Like, they called him, they say, we want you to host. We know you're backed by a racist organization, or seemingly racist, allegedly seemingly racist organization. Mm-hmm. And we want to pay you to host this show as our first only black host.
Yeah, first only, second.
Second, he's the second, but he's by himself.
Yeah,
he's
the host.
Yeah, there was no white host.
Right. They either didn't have a host or they were all white.
They were all white, exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what do you feel about that? Because he mentioned that African Americans come from a strict take the money policy.
First of all, number one, I agree. It's all, dude, with black people, yes, how much you gonna pay me? Because whatever he says, he could either take a hit on his career.
Yep.
You know what I mean, or bring his career up. Now, if he take a hit, at least he got the money that was out. Or at least I got paid X amount of dollars.
Right.
And like you said, they might cancel him.
Yeah.
So that might take a hit on whatever shows that he might want to be on.
Right.
Later to make that money. So he can be like, hey, he's sitting at the table, like, hey guys, look, I'm putting my career on the line because what you guys been doing for 79 past years.
Right. Correct.
And this is, of course, I'm going to talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm black now. You know what I mean? And it can help me or hurt me. Mm-hmm. Because bottom line is the whites, they run the show regardless.
Yeah, regardless.
If they added a few more blacks on the panel.
Yeah.
You gotta understand it's about movies and these TV shows, and most of those are the producers or what you call the people that run the movies.
Yeah.
They're mostly whites.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if he in any kind of way say something that they don't like, they're like, nah, we don't want him on this show or this movie or SNL or whatever it is. Exactly.
Or blackball. Because they do tend to do that.
Exactly. But I'm sure
how it goes.
I'm sure he let them know. I know he didn't just go up there and said that monologue and nobody knew about it.
Oh no, yeah. And they had a meeting that he mentioned that there was a meeting that they had with him to go over what their expectations were, and believe me, he ran it past them before.
He had to.
He did that monologue.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why the people in the audience wasn't surprised. They saw black cuz up there. They should have been expecting some damn black versus white jokes.
Right.
Period. I don't care if it could have been Kevin Hart, it could have been Dave Chappelle hosting. You gonna catch it?
Oh man, Dave Chappelle would have got up there. He really would have.
You would have caught it either way.
Yeah, it was gonna get caught.
Yeah.
He actually has a better stake because not only is he African American, but he's gay. He came out as gay in his monologue, his stand-up roast, Daniel. And you know what they say about that too is that you can being black, but then also you're still in a sense privileged because you're homosexual.
Right.
They feel that homosexuals are privileged. So
really?
it kind of goes hand in hand.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. That is a whole talking point there. You want to go on all that, but yeah, that's a whole talking point. So, but I think he did really good. A lot of people just felt that his delivery was dry and that he may not have been the best comedian, but I feel like a lot of them was just hating why he takes, who didn't like the topic of the conversation. Yeah. Because he's actually pretty funny. He's witty, sarcastic. You know what I'm saying? He may not do the fast, quick, but it's his style. It's his style. So I think he's awesome.
I guess my question is, did his thing help or hurt the award show itself going on in the future? So will they say, all right, no more black hosts? If we gonna stop with him, or we gonna have another black host next year? Hopefully, they receive it better.
Here's my thing. It depends on who you ask. That's how I feel about it. It depends on who you're asking. For us, it doesn't affect us, but I think the Golden Globes. Who in the African American community really follows the Golden Globes?
Yeah, damn sure ain't me. I just caught it off the Hummer.
Yeah, we got it off the Hummer, but we don't follow. I didn't watch it. I had to, of course. So it's mainly because it's the movies. Think about like what you said about Netflix. The fact that everything now is based off of an algorithm. Yeah. So it's like if you're an African American and you like watching hood movies.
Those hood movies gonna be on your screen.
They're gonna be on your screen, right? Yeah. And if you're white and you only watch white-based movies, comedies, actions, that's the algorithm you're gonna have. Right. So therefore, if you're looking at the majority of movies that are paid attention to by whatever demographic, that's how they shape it. Because the BET Awards, even though they are, I feel that they're inclusive as they could be, they focus on blacks, as they should. Right. Everybody has a right to focus on what they want to focus on, but I do feel that diversity is important. Right. Yeah. Right.
So how many blacks won this year?
So it was 4.
So 4 more than the usual.
4 more. Let's go. So the blacks, one of them were Angela Bassett.
Oh, I love some Angela Bassett.
And she's dope.
And she won for Black Panther.
The best performance by an actress in the supporting role in any motion picture. And Eddie Murphy. He won the Cecil B. DeMille Award.
Yeah.
Okay.
White Man Award.
There you go.
I got
there you go. And Abbott Elementary. So that's Quinta Brunson. Yeah. Quinta Brunson and Tyler Williams.
Yeah, I haven't yet watched it. I want to watch it. Yeah. I just haven't got around to it, but I heard it's really, really good. Yeah. And speaking of her, I've been following Quinta for a long time. She started, I want to say, and you can put it in the comments if I'm wrong, I don't care. I seen her first on Facebook. Yeah. She was the first I've seen on Facebook that did shorts, like short comedies. Oh, okay. It was like 15-second long joints. Okay. And she was way smaller than she was. She was
I might have seen a few of them.
Yeah, she was way smaller. I was like, oh my goodness, first she was cute. Right. And then I was like, oh, she's really funny. And I followed her. and I was watching all her shorts, and I think after a while, after she was kind of getting up there some, that she stopped making the shorts, and I hadn't seen her no more in a while. But she been around for a while. She was the first I saw to make shorts on Facebook.
Okay.
And she went from that, and she big time now. All remind me of Issa Rae.
Issa Rae, yeah, how she came up.
Yeah,
she came up
she
big
was on
time
YouTube,
too.
had that thing, and then now she blew up. Now she up here now. You know?
She all the way up there too.
Yeah.
And she's directing her own stuff. She's
Right,
doing
definitely.
film, so.
And Quinta is on her way, like Issa, to direct. Well, she directing Abbott Elementary. Right?
Oh, she is.
She's a director. Okay, well she already doing it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then the other thing was, Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy did the daggone thing.
Yeah, it was funny.
It was funny.
It was funny, and cause like I said, I didn't watch the awards. I was just flicking it. I think something went off, and I said, "Oh, let me flick, see what's going on." I said, "Okay, awards, let me see."
Yeah.
So I said, "Oh, the first person I saw was Regina Hall."
Yeah.
I love Regina Hall. I love her. Period.
Yeah, she's dope though.
Yeah, and then Brad Pitt, she said her thing. I love Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt is the man. And then Eddie Murphy came up. He did his thing, accepted this the Cecil Award. Whatever.
Cecil B. DeMille.
Cecil B. DeMille Award. And it's funny because he wanted to give people
3 things. A blueprint.
A blueprint.
Yeah.
And it was very, very funny. I sat here and laughed. I'm gonna play it for you because I don't want to mess it up.
Right.
It was classic.
It was perfect. So we gotta let Eddie do his thing.
We gotta let Eddie do it. It was classic, man.
Up and coming dreamers and artists that are in the room tonight, I want to let you know that there is a definitive blueprint that you can follow to achieve success, prosperity, longevity, and peace of mind. It's a blueprint, and I followed it my whole career. It's very simple. It's 3 things. You just do these 3 things. Pay your taxes. Mind your business.
That part.
And keep Will Smith's wife's name.
Yes.
I thought that was hilarious.
Yes.
Hey, Eddie does never fail
Never failed.
to give you a line.
And they kept asking this man about why he said that line. He said, it worked, didn't it? I
Yeah.
had everybody laughing.
Yeah, sure
but
did.
it's true, because everybody know they need to do that. Because
Yeah.
you'll get smacked.
Yes.
That's pretty much what you learned last year. That's what you learned last year. You'll get smacked if you don't keep the name.
Right.
Okay? All right? Jay-Z and Beyonce, same thing. I think everybody knows to keep their name out their mouth, too.
That's right.
I shouldn't even say it. I would.
Exactly.
Oh, right.
Exactly.
Oh, God. Yeah, so I don't know. Yet again, I don't know if I'll watch the Golden Globes next year, but I really thought this was an interesting situation because we are in 2023 and yet we keep having to address racial issues, right? Mm-hmm. So it's amazing me that we're still at this point in time of our life still addressing these things, still dealing with systemic racism and things like that. Should race still be a topic in 2023?
Yeah, we can't. No, we have to.
Yeah.
We can't let it go. Because the minute that you think it's all good, guess what? Something else going to happen. Like a George Floyd thing or something's going to happen. You got to keep bringing it up. You got to keep letting people know. You got to keep educating people. You have to. It ain't going nowhere. I'm sorry.
Absolutely right.
It's just not going nowhere. I don't care. They got the whole Karen thing, the Karens, and all the other people going hard in restaurants, not serving, serving the black people,
yeah,
or whatever it may be. The cops pulling people over. That's still happening. When you travel, you scared to get out the car to go to certain stores. You got it. I can't stop. I ain't stopping at this gas station. Let me go to let me find the next city or doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's not going nowhere. We have to keep the conversation going.
But also that is how we affect change as well. And I agree. I feel like it should still be a topic because I think that it's a deep thing. It runs deep, just like we speak about the ancestors. Our ancestors went through a lot in regards to that situation. And because of that, just like when we're in our own zone and with our families and things, and we may not have any, white family members around and stuff like that, topic of conversations are going to go accordingly. And I feel that is the same thing when it comes to white families and Asian families and Hispanic families. They're going to keep the conversations accordingly. And I feel like, although I do not feel like race is an issue at birth. No one is born racist.
No, but they don't know.
Yeah, so it is a learned behavior.
Yeah,
it's a learned topic. It
behavior.
is taught to you. It is an influence that you have. Disclaimer: I don't have any. I'm a humanist. I'm a humanist, flat out. Everybody's good on my end. You know how I feel. But I have felt in the past, that I've been discriminated against for my skin color.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna tell you. I didn't know nothing about racism, really. I mean, it was taught in school, but I didn't think it was sick because I never really saw it because we lived in an urban community.
Right.
And there wasn't that many outside. Now, I will say where we used to live at in, Kitland or whatever, I remember we had a few white neighbors. We had a Vietnamese neighbor next door to us, which was so nice. But I think around the mid '80s, a lot of them just disappeared. It was it was like half and half, and then it turned more blacks.
Yeah.
And I realized that. But I ain't never went through the racism until I literally started working where I work at now.
Oh, see.
And that's when I started experiencing, and I think around 19 or 20, when when people, the blacks, was letting us know, like, hey, you gotta look a certain way, you gotta talk a certain way.
Right.
You know what I mean? Well, because they gonna look at you, hey, I don't want him in this office. You know what I mean? Who are you? You know what I mean?
There you go.
I was treated a certain way, and I'm like, wait a minute, whoa. And that's when I had to educate myself. You know what I mean? And it's still going on.
And I had to throw this out there too. Y'all know my real name is kind of ghetto, like my first name. And there's a lot of talk about that too. Like, when you have to work in certain positions and then certain people of certain ethnicities, they hear your name, and then obviously it's so many stereotypes associated with being an Isha, being an Ika, and things like that, being an Ia, those names. So believe me, you get it. It's gonna come to you some way. So I think the conversation should be to improve, educate everybody, and to improve.
Right.
Yeah, as long as we're doing that, I think we're fine. I think everybody should be good and accepting each other. But guess what? The conversation had to be had with the Golden Globes, and as you see, what produced at the end of the day was change.
Yeah.
So what Jerrod did was he go up there and just let people know that yes, this is the elephant in the room. But I know that I took the job because I'm here with talented individuals.
Right.
And I'm talented as well. And that's all it should be.
And also, you got to realize, like, you got the younger generation coming behind us.
Correct.
And they making a change for them.
Absolutely.
Our parents did for us. We had to do it for them, and on and on and on like that.
That's right. All right, final words, bro?
Man, there ain't no final words. I mean, just be good to everybody, man. It's Martin Luther King, and do your thing, and hey, make it through. And of course, my final thing is, hey, stay inspired.
Stay inspired.
Stay inspired for whatever you want to do. Just stay inspired.
Yep. And my final word is, if people don't like you being yourself, buck them. Buck them up against the wall and put crazy glue on their lips. I would have actually cussed, but I don't know if I can. So I'm just going to keep it pushing.
Yeah, you can.
But at the end of the day, this is Meesh. This is my bro Jay. And please comment, like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, y'all. This was a wrap on episode 7. 7. So y'all please share, comment, like, subscribe, whatever. All right? Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all MLK Day. Relax. Chill with your family. Kick your feet up. Because it's back to work, people.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.